Welcome back, everybody. Time to move on with part 3 now. And whether we are digital natives or digital immigrants, we all must ask ourselves an important question, and that is, what skills must English language learners possess to be successful in the 21st century? And Mark Warshard discussed two different types of literacy, and the first is academic literacy, and that deals with competencies that are related to our schoolwork and include note-taking, summarizing, critical reading, researching. These are traditional skills that we've all taught for a long time. But there are another set of skills, ones that we're labeled digital literacy skills, and these are competencies that are related specifically to the creation and the use of digital materials. Warshauer lays out 4 different types of this digital literacy and says that they are essential. The first is computer literacy, and that really deals with just the button pushing, which ones to click, which keystrokes to make, basically how to operate your computer. But then there's also information literacy. And as you all know, we have a flood of information these days. And our students need to be able to find that information. They need to be able to read it, which takes our help, of course. They need to be able to decide to save that information or perhaps to discard it. They need to evaluate it for truthfulness, for timeliness, and in several other aspects. All of these are essential information literacy skills and very difficult ones. Multimedia literacy, how to actually create digital materials, blogs, wikis, podcasts, web pages. People are not just consumers now of information, they're creators of information. And finally, a computer-mediated communication literacy. Well, what does that mean? It means that there are certain protocols for communicating online. For example, when we communicate by email, there are certain protocols to follow. When we do chats or a video conference, or participating in social networks. There are certain skills such as I'm using right now to prepare and to present this report. And these are all part of digital literacy in the 21st century. Well, why do our students need to attain this new literacy? Well, according to recent reports, the need for technologically literate citizens and workers increases every year. And employers in the workplace, according to recent research, are looking for workers who can use digital information tools and know how to collaborate in order to solve problems. Also, in governments where citizen participation is encouraged, digital literacy is an essential tool in order to be an effective citizen participant. Is there another reason? Well, yes, there are other reasons for sure. Thomas L. Friedman has spoken eloquently to the importance of technology in our future in his recent book, The World is Flat. And some of his basic points are that national borders are now less important than before because of advances in information communication technology. Globalization has allowed more access to the playing field. It has flattened, if you will, the playing field. There are more opportunities for more people to participate from all over the world, but there's more competition. And in order to compete, you're going to have to be a digitally literate citizen. You're no longer competing just against your countrymen and countrywomen. You're competing against a global workforce. So, digital natives are demanding 21st century tools and techniques in the classroom. In education generally, a new goal must be digital as well as academic literacy. But what about us? What about the English language teachers? Are there additional reasons to integrate technology? And I would say yes. Why should we as English language teachers integrate technology? I would say to make the classroom come alive. And the letters that make up that word, A for authenticity. Technology gives us unlimited access to authentic materials, communication, and publishing. I think that's critical for teachers in parts of the world where there is a lack of native information available for the classroom. Literacy, we've just covered that. 21st century literacy is another reason for technology in the language classroom. Interaction. Interaction is the key to acquiring fluency. Internet provides stimulus and the opportunity. Native speaker input, live or by way of websites, many of which we'll talk about in the workshops together, are key. Vitality, we've mentioned that the digital native students expect their classes to reflect the world on the outside. And using the internet and technology in the classroom will help meet these expectations. And finally, empowerment. This brings up the old story of whether it's more effective to teach a person to fish or to give them a fish. And empowerment means that students who master technology can become lifelong learners. And so, as I mentioned, why should ELTs integrate technology? Because it makes the classroom come alive.